Yo guys, what is up? It is MasterDavros here, bringing guys here another commentary today. It's been a little bit of a while since I uploaded my last video, and apologies for that. I've been a bit busy, but my uploads should be somewhat consistent to next week before school starts again, and we'll see how it goes from there. So anyway, we're going to be talking today about a topic in Warzone Firefight, and that's regarding Mythic bosses mainly, which is what I mainly want to talk about because that's quite exciting. Mythic bosses, isn't it? So anyway, Warzone Firefight, a trailer for it was just shown 4 days ago, I believe, in the Halo World Championships finals, and yeah, I'm quite excited for this. We currently know a bunch of new stuff for it, but we are not allowed to criticize Warzone Firefight as it is right now because we still barely know how it plays out or know the whole story to it. So we can't. I don't know why people are criticizing the hell out of Warzone Firefight. Some people, at least not everybody, some people are excited like I am. I really want to first test it out before I can give my overall opinion on it. But we already know some new stuff about it, but I'm pretty sure Free Industries are keeping some stuff to themselves, so we don't exactly know the whole story to Warzone Firefight. Still, we need to wait for a full gameplay showcase before we can actually criticize it to some depth. So anyway, we currently know that Warzone Firefight will have up to 5 waves. Some people will say that it's not enough, myself included. We'll see. We'll see how long the 5 waves can take and how challenging it can be. I really hope that these 5 waves will be at least as challenging as a set would be in previous Halos in Halo 3, like in Halo 3 ODST. We'll have to wait and see. So if it's not long enough, these 5 waves, I hope they can patch it up in an update, or maybe include a second Warzone Firefight mode where it's infinite, so you can have the regular Warzone Firefight of these 5 waves, and then have Warzone Firefight Infinite as another game mode, and see which one is popular, and then maybe keep one which is more popular, or keep them both. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so luckily these waves will increase in difficulty, so I cannot wait to see if it's more difficult in Halo Reach and maybe on par of Halo 3 ODST's difficulty. I really hope it is. There's a lot of potential of a difficulty in these modes because they will increase, and it's going to be a whole bunch of swarming of enemies in this mode, more than so in the campaign, so it'll be quite interesting to see how this plays out. And then my big hooray, I'm really looking forward to see objectives in Warzone Firefight. Some people may simply want to just fight against these hordes of enemies for countless of waves, but me personally, I don't think that's that exciting to me. I want it to be even more challenging, and I need more replay value. So for me, objectives create more replay value for myself at least and many others, and gives it an extra spice of challenges. So I'm looking forward to these objectives and want to see how many different objectives they can come up with. I heard that you have to play literally thousands of Warzone Firefight games before you actually see the same combination of objectives, and I really hope to see if they can extend it further on later down with a few extra updates and patches. So anyway, now moving on to the Mythic bosses, which is the main topic of this commentary. I really want to talk about this. It's quite exciting, this stuff, really. So some people have been wondering, could we be seeing new enemies in Warzone Firefight regarding these Mythic bosses and so on? We already know we'll be facing off mainly against the Prometheans and the Covenant in this Warzone Firefight update, which is presumably coming in June, I would say. But will we see maybe some new enemies? Free Industries creating some especially new designed AI that function differently from the regular AI, or maybe we could even see brand new AI introduced into Halo 5 that weren't over games, such as Brutes and Flood. That would be an amazing addition. Maybe it might not happen on launch, but maybe Free Industries could hire some people, or it could work to making another expansion Warzone Firefight later down the line, including Brute AIs and Flood AI. That would be pretty sweet, actually. That would be sweet indeed. So hopefully, if there's no new enemies such as the Brutes or the Flood, we could see some new enemies with different traits that we've seen. For example, we spotted in the trailer Knights with Heart Seekers. They're being colored red. Presumably they are from Mythic bosses, and they will have Heart Seekers with them. Hopefully these new Mythic bosses will introduce other classes of enemies with different higher legendary type wreck items, which will be a challenge to deal with. So Heartseeker will definitely be a challenge. You'll have to play a whole bunch of maneuverability with the Knight and kind of go behind him and sneak up on him, because the Heartseeker tracks you down pretty easily, and I wouldn't want to get shot at. So yeah, hopefully these Mythic enemies create a bunch of different tactics available for you to use to defeat them, and not simply be bullet sponges. So I hope Free use the potential add these different legendary weapons and different traits that these enemies can have to make them more of a challenge rather than just bullet sponges. So yeah, and hopefully there'll be some other regular AIs with some new traits. Maybe you can have some soldier with super teleportation. You know, anything creative. Maybe a knight with some commander watcher that can pretty much deflect all your rockets and stuff. Make it even crazier, so you have to come up and actually take out the watcher first. Anything that make these bosses more interesting and unique from their original counterparts. Then we can also have the mythic vehicle mythic bosses. So you can have, for example, Wraith Ultras from a Covenant deal with. Some Ultra Banshees to make it extra challenging, or at least some Sword Banshees, and even these Phaeton bosses. So I can't wait to see how powerful they'll be, and I hope Free upgrades the AI, because if you play the regular Warzone, some of the AI are not exactly, at least for boss AIs, they aren't exactly as good as they are in the campaigns. They don't move as much, they don't play as tactically as much either, so I hope they upgrade the AI for Warzone Firefight. And yeah, Free Industries have teased that mythic bosses will feature some of the most on-screen enemies and fearsome enemies in history. So some people have maybe come up with some ideas that I could maybe return some bosses from the old Halos that were featured on screen, such as the Prophets or even the Brutes such as Tartarus. Now this is a possibility, but like I mentioned with the Brute AI in the Floods, they could do this later down the line, or even keep it for the next Halo. But I hope hopefully I have hope they could maybe create at least some new set of AI enemies later down the line. So yeah, but we'll at least be seeing some new form of mythic AI that function differently, such as the Knights of Heartseekers, maybe some other enemies with legendary weaponry. But we'll also be seeing the Mythic Warden now, as they did say, Free Industry did tease that if you thought the Warden was scary enough, you haven't seen nothing yet. And most likely this means the Mythic Warden, which could be a larger Warden maybe. Some people depicted out that he could be a slightly taller Warden or slightly bigger, like we've seen in the Easter egg in the campaign where you saw a ginormous Warden. That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind a ginormous Warden like we saw in the Easter egg in the campaign, who is also painted dark red and have some extra strong abilities of his own. I would like to see that. Now I really want this Mythic Warden to be roaming around the map trying to slash us all, kill some AI Marines if we have any on our side, and perform some of his unique special traits. So I really hope this Mythic Warden is used to his potential, not be a simple bullet sponge of the original Warden that may have a 2x damage boost. I hope he has some extra unique traits up his sleeve. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and I'll see you guys in my next commentary, so peace.